Welcome back to Great Day. My next guest is no stranger to the Houston Rodeo. She grew up riding horses and won the women's hay hauling contest 2 years in a row. Now she's helping people to rope in the right financial plan as they ride the trail through retirement. She's the author of 2 books, Tax-Free Money for Long-Term Care and Guide to Annuities. Tracie Lampson is a safe money advisor with Lampson Retirement Solutions. She's here to help you retire without worrying about running out of money. All right, it's by following a principle called the Rule of 100. More on that in a moment. But first of all, I thought I knew things about you. I did not know about this Texas cowgirl history.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. We couldn't find any I do think there's some video out there that we're trying to pull up, but we're talking 1989.
Yeah.
There were 3 of us, and the first place you would get 2 airline tickets, each of you. So for those 2 years, I was like all about it. The 3rd year, they go, oh, well, they're just giving ribbons. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pass on that.
I'm out on that one. All right. We think back to the Wild Wild West. The average lifespan was about 47 years old.
That's right.
So people literally worked until they died, right? They didn't think about saving money and going off into retirement. The Retirement Act of 1935, I believe the average lifespan then had gone up to 63, but you retired at 65.
That's right.
Yeah.
They did, the Social Security became, implemented then as a government, being a goodwill, but yet they didn't let you start it until you were 65. So most people were dead that had paid into it.
Yeah. Okay. Now times have changed. We're living so much longer today, and that's why we, hear so much about will there be enough there.
That's right.
And a lot of people rely on Social Security, or we have this false sense that it's okay when I retire, I'll just get my Social Security. How many times do people come in your office and are shocked that Social Security is not going to take care of you?
Social Security is designed to be part of this 3-legged stool where you have your personal savings, pension, which is, almost non-existent these days, and then your Social Security. Anybody that thinks their Social Security check is going to replace what they make these days, they're in for a rude awakening.
It may help pay a bill.
Possibly.
Yeah, right?
If you're lucky.
Yeah. All right. And that is the biggest anxiety-ridden thing that so many people nearing retirement have. When they come into your office, a lot of people, first of all, are nervous to start. You want them to, let's lay it all on the table and see what you have.
That's right.
Because that's the only way that you can help them get rid of that fear and anxiety.
Right. When you go to the doctor, if you don't tell the doctor everything, then the doctor can't diagnose you properly. That's us as well. We don't care what you spend your money on, but if we want to know your budget so that we can make your retirement like the lifestyle you've become accustomed to. And I'm just here, the Wall Street lies, the people that keep their money in the market. If your money's in the market.
Yeah, but I got a 401k. That's all I need, right?
Right, but everybody's complaining that it's been, like a roller coaster. And I'm sorry, the closer you get to retirement, somebody's lying to you if they haven't told you, you better protect a portion of your income.
Yeah, well, we saw just a couple of years ago, people took a 30% hit on their 401ks. And so if you're retiring within a couple of years, you're not going to make that 30% up, right?
No, the average time to recoup from a market correction is up to 5 years. So we lost 33%. We were 100 Exxon stock, let me tell you.
Yeah, this was years ago before you got into this business.
Exactly. We thought, what could happen to us? Well, guess what? The market tanked 38% in 2008, and he retired in 2011.
So this is one of the things that you said, I'll never get bad advice again. I will never lose money again. And you decided this is what I'm going to do and help other people as well. All right, let's go through this thing that you call the Rule of 100.
So the Rule of 100 is at least give someone an idea of where to begin. That you've got, let's say, a 60-year-old. That the scale says, how much do you need at risk? How much of your assets can you afford to have at risk? Or what do you need protected? A 60-year-old should have about 40% of their assets at risk, while 60% of their assets are protected. And that means from market loss. That does not mean in a bond, because bonds lost in 2008. There are investment vehicles specifically designed to give us a lifetime of income, no matter if we run out of money. And again, like we were talking about Social Security, how many people retire, they show up to Social Security on Monday, waiting for Social Security to tell them how to do it. That's not their job.
Yeah.
That's not their job. They're there
touch back
answer
on
your
something
questions.
you just said, that because you can actually, let's say, after you retire and you see what you're living on for real, on,
Yes.
you can actually arrange things to where you can get extra money. You help people with that, how they get that extra money.
Think of it as a pension. We're creating personal pensions that you can never outlive, that also increase because we're taking into account inflation. If you think what you're living on today is going to be the same thing in 10 or 15 years, I've got news for you.
10 or 15 minutes, it seems like today, right?
What's the market done in the last 2 minutes since we've been on?
Yeah, you mentioned like what you can have at risk. You can also, when you're working with someone like you can dictate what you're willing to have at risk. It can be a lot less than that you want at risk.
Absolutely. It's what is your specific, because we're not about cookie cutters. It's not, oh, let's see, we're 60, we're this, we have this many kids. No, it's about how do you want to live? Where do you want your retirement? You know, do you want to travel? We're going to give you all of the numbers that make the most sense, but then we want to tie that in with your actual plan and give you a plan for living in retirement.
The title for you was Safe Money Advisor. We assume that everyone's a safe money advisor. What's the difference there?
Well, so a financial advisor, they're talking Wall Street. They're safe money or bonds. For us, when our clients don't go backwards, they do not lose money. So when the market goes up, their money goes up. But when the market goes down, they stay where they are. We're not paying anybody fees. We're not, being in retirement now, since my husband retired 13 years ago, a lot of things happen in retirement that if you haven't lived in retirement, I've been getting kicked off TikTok lives lately, going in and opposing these yahoos who say, oh, throw your money in the market. And I'm like, no, you better not. And they're like, calm down,
You
lady.
speak to another point, though, too. There are a lot of people giving out financial advice on social media. We were going, I'm sorry, what is your background again?
So I got kicked out of, I think it might be my new hobby of getting kicked out of those. But it's like, oh, it's a personal opinion, Social Security, and what your state taxes are. Honey, Social Security is a federal program, and you're telling these people it's a personal choice. So yes, know who you're getting your financial information from.
Yeah, all right. If you want to secure your financial future, call Tracie Lampson today at this number, 281-459-0023. Again, that number is 281-459-0023, or visit them online at lampsoninc.com to set up a free strategy session. This session is a $500 value for free to anyone who calls today, so don't wait until tomorrow. Your financial future depends on knowing what you need for retirement before you get there. Speaking of, you talked about just kind of, you sit down with them and plan things out. Even one of the things is you don't know what your health is going to be like in the next,
So we don't want to wait and put your Social Security off if you've been diagnosed with cancer, okay? Everything is about your specific situation. And I want to plead to your viewers, if you're watching this and you don't know what you have is safe or protected, call us. We make it so easy. We're not here in the stiff, suits to make you feel uncomfortable. We're here to have a regular conversation and to tell you, if you want it this way, Miss Jones, we can do it this way, and we can show you and give you the opportunities to give you that peace of mind.
Yeah, to never outlive your money.
It's a peace of mind you cannot pay for.
All right, Tracie, thank you very much.